thousand. So they could do better, but they've tried, quite well. I mean, there's more than just razors on it, but somehow they've missed the plot somewhere. Okay, so they could try a bit harder, but but if they do get customers from this, then obviously they're getting a lot of financial gain from it. Okay, because they're willing to pay $25, or somebody's willing to pay $25 per click for that search word if it was on organic search. So if they can get any amount of traffic from it on a free social site like Instagram, obviously that's going to be pretty useful for them. Okay, so I mean all sorts of things. Glazed donuts. Okay, blimey, very high EPC for glazed donuts. I don't know what that is. Or it could be that you want to go with the masses. So where's there a big volume of stuff? Okay, so Walmart apparently a lot of traction. They've got their own Instagram store. Let's see what that's like. I haven't checked this out before, so that'd be interesting. Oh yeah, not bad. So almost 500,000 followers. I haven't done an awful lot of posts. They're being very kind of a retailer about it, and not really engaging the audience with any kind of lifestyle. Who she was, but not particularly. That one's quite interesting, but not particularly stunningly engaging. Content. So, but nonetheless, they've done pretty well. Almost 500,000 followers, 400,000 followers. If they're getting sales from that, then that's good. It could be better. That's the only thing. So but obviously a lot of people are looking for that on organic search. So again, if they can find what they want from Instagram, then great. Home Depot there. Similar probably kind of story. Pizza Hut there we already looked at. Southwest Airlines we already looked at. Capital One credit card. Very low value, but an awful lot of traffic. So I did this other column of value, which is the combined volume times the CPC, to see where the biggest pool of money was, and so it took me a minute because it's 30,000 keywords here. So we can see that Netflix is actually the biggest value term on here. Okay, biggest value because it's got a high EPC and a lot of volume behind it. So obviously, if they can get any customers from that, then that's great. So let's see how well they've done. I've not looked at this before either. Yes, they've got 1 million followers, so that's pretty good. They've only done 620 posts, so they've done pretty well from that. Obviously, they've got a lot of celebrity news and stuff they can do. They're trying to be a bit intriguing, so they've tried moderately, fairly hard. Yeah, I mean it's quite interesting. Lots of celebrity pictures and things. Lots of interesting imagery. You can see why they might have 1 million fans, and they've not been salesy about it particularly. It's not all coupon, buy, whatever. They're trying to actually engage. Their people. I'm not seeing any Valentine's promotion or anything, or recommended viewing or anything like that. But there's one promoting show there, another one promoting show there. Presumably that's from a show. There's a pick. So they pick a thing, and 7,000 people like it, and 376 people comment on it. So that's pretty good. So they're engaged. Okay, they're asking for stuff. They're interacting. So that's pretty good. Okay, so they're doing not too bad out of that. So we can see that they're probably doing pretty well out of it. There's a lot of value behind it, and they've got 1 million people there. So Cheesecake Factory. You might not think that was there, but that's they're on Instagram as well. Dallas Cowboys sports fan presumably. Jurassic World was one of the sites we looked at before. Obviously, the usual celebrity stuff. Dancing with the Stars TV show. So they've got their own little YouTube, Instagram channel. Okay, so and they've got 1 million followers as well. That's not bad. So they've got this 28,000 likes, 857 comments. So very engaged audience. Again, they're trying to actually engage people a lot more, not just straightforward imagery, but they've got the lifestyle stuff in here. They've got bits from the shows. They've got preview of what's coming, so it's all pretty exciting. You can see why people who like this show would be subscribers to this channel, and why they've got 1 million followers. And they've got the link to the show page, presumably TV show page. So there we go. So you can see that a lot of people are on here. This is a list of 30,000 people who Google think are significant as far as Instagram are concerned, and we can see the kind of monetary value and the volume behind it in terms of organic search, and then see if their channels match that. So that's one of the bonuses I'm going to give you if you buy what's called an Instamate from my link. One of the other bonuses, which I'm just getting ready, is where are we? Is this one. So this is a little widget. Now, obviously, you can use this in a number of ways. You can embed this in your blog, from your own channel. You can do hashtags or user IDs or URLs, or a combination of all of those. You can exclude people you don't want to be on there, so you can filter out any competitors or whatever, and you can just have a feed of Instagram here. When people click on it, they can visit the page, or they can just read about it, whatever. They can scroll through it, that kind of stuff. There's a couple of different ways it can lay out. There's that this kind of format here where it's all at once, or you can have this one here. I left this one open because this is on the keyword webinar, just on the keyword webinar, and you can see this is a real person. 54 people are going to come to her webinar, and they're obviously engaged. I don't know what it is she teaches, but she teaches something, but she's running a webinar, and she's getting a presence from this. And we could go and check out her channel. Okay. Okay, all that sort of stuff. Actually, I didn't know we could play it from there. That's interesting. So you can play it from. So she's obviously getting students for her course. But that's working for her. And this is just on the keyword webinar. So on this one, you can use the mouse wheel to scroll along, or you can use the little arrows, or there is a timed thing where it will go across. I think I know it on this one. It will go across after a couple of seconds, and then scroll along on its own. I may have turned it off on this one, but it's one of the options you can set on the page. Anyway, it comes up with a little bit of code. You just embed it on your website, your blog, whatever, and it will give you these things. But you can specify what keyword or user IDs or URLs you want to do, and it's basically sticky because it's on your site, and they can scroll through on the site, and when they finish, they're still on your site. They're not actually on Instagram. It's only if they really like something and they click through that they go. But even then, you can see it opens in a new window, so when they close that, they're still on your site. Now you can insert this wherever you like, so you can have your normal content above and below this. This is just the preview um, of the feed. Okay, but as I say, you can set the feed to be anything you like, any combination of terms. You can filter out terms that you don't want from competitors, that kind of stuff. And you've got the two styles of layout, all at once, or the the strip, or you can actually set the number of columns and rows yourself in the widget. I've not slightly finished the widget yet. That's just the Ink 361 site. As I say, I think it's free. I haven't signed up to it yet, but it lets you find other people who you might like. It lets you see the leading people, and it lets you analyse your own channel, I think. So you can see how well you're doing. I think it's free. I haven't signed up. So there's lots of stuff happening with Instagram. That's basically the thing. I've shown you, some real, e-commerce stores who aren't pretending to be something that they're not, but they are engaging, their audiences. 3.7 million followers of a fashion store. Pretty remarkable. So, one of the other things that I do just want to mention is now obviously you can you can and you should get followers by doing content marketing and engaging other people, commenting and liking. They'll comment and like you back and all that sort of stuff. You can even run adverts on Instagram, from even from your Facebook ad account. But the other thing that a lot of these people do is they do a thing called shout-outs. Now, shout-out is where one popular site does a, if you like, a guest post, saying that people should, can go and check out another site to get more, content about, the something or other. So, for instance, the Fit Tea people, they might run a shout out on somewhere where they invite their friends to come and look at one of their bits of content, or get a recipe, or get some whatever, tips, video, coupon, whatever it is. But the problem with shout outs normally is you need to know who's worth doing a shout out with, and it's not easy to find necessarily the people to do it. So I can't actually show it to you yet because I'm in the middle of doing it, but I'm actually writing a little Windows software app which will help you to find those people to do shout outs with. Now, there's no shortcut to actually having to fire them an email or a PM or something, and asking, do you do shout outs? Will you do a shout out for me, and how much do you charge? But it's just a little PM or an email. It's not they're not going to get upset with you or anything. But there's no shortcut to that. There isn't, as far as I know at the moment, any directory of just a list of people who do shout outs, and you can book them. The ones on Fiverr are very minor, and not very many of them either. So there isn't really anywhere you can go to do it in one kind of hit. So it is a manual kind of process, but my little utility will narrow it down to the people who are worth talking to, and then you just need to contact half a dozen of them until you find one who will do one for you at the price you want to pay. Okay, but shoutouts is the way that you can most easily and cheaply boost your fan base, and then in turn boost your sales, because you're talking like $50, $100 typically, depending on the page size, obviously, to run it for a day or two or whatever, and you'll get a lot of exposure from that. And obviously, if you pick I don't know what they're called, but a shouter who's in your niche, then they're going to have a very targeted and responsive audience for you, and that's the way it works. So shoutouts is the cheapest and easiest and quickest way to build a big following to do that. But what you do need to make sure is that your channel, is good. That you've got this top bio bit sorted with your URL in it. It's good if you have a kind of an offer in. There's not an example here, but an example of a call for action up here. They're obviously done quite a few symbols, and they're showing about the shipping and everything. So they're encouraging people to buy when they read this thing. But what they have got is at least a dozen really good posts, which will if people go on it, they'll bookmark it or follow it, and come back to it, because it's intriguing stuff. So we had a look at who they were before, and the size of it. So we've got 1.4 billion people a month going here, basically under 35, equally men and women, medium affluence, certainly not poor, not so much rich. We know that they're youngish, so they're into usual sort of young stuff, music, Dr. Dre headphones, those kind of TV shows, all that kind of stuff, NBA football. But they are semi-affluent people, and you can see that normal niches like watches, fashion, and keep fit and tea and all that kind of stuff, do have traction on the platform. Okay, so it's real. It's not just full of people posting selfies or something. Obviously there's a big contingent of that, but it's that's not all it is. There's still 1 million people, 500,000 people interested in the watches, okay, who will bother to follow the watch. And you can see on Netflix and whatever, there's 1 million people who are engaged enough to do that. And you can see that people are commenting, engaging, recommending to their friends, asking questions about buying, all this kind of stuff on there. So I think you can see it's actually a significant platform, and certainly the mass of people, 1.4 billion every month, is and growing, is significant. Now obviously we can see that the corporate channels who don't really get that it's a visual medium and it needs to be entertaining, don't do so well. I mean, I'm not saying they're doing badly, but they're not doing so well because they're not really getting who the audience are. The audience want to look at interesting and absorbing stuff. Okay, but we can even see from the webinar feed, there's lots and lots of different things going on. I don't know how many webinar things there are today, but there's a business coach there. There's a pregnancy one I saw earlier. This one's on goals, so personal development. There was the English teacher that we saw. This is on storytelling or something. Entrepreneurship. His fears about what, I don't know. Don't know what that's about. It's in foreign language. There's our English teacher lady. This was another foreign language, but they're having some sort of meeting going on there. Creating a brand, so somebody's selling marketing stuff there. And she's got 21 likes, no comments, but her channel. Let's have a look at her channel. Yeah, so she's not. Actually, that's the post. Let's go to her. There we go. Yeah, so her content's not particularly inspiring, but I can't see how many fans she's got. But you can see she's getting, 35 likes, 50 likes, sort of thing. Not a lot of commenting, but then she's not really engaging people in that way. So that's why I think she's not having well, she's not even mostly. I don't know why she promoted that book there. Not sure why that was there. Yeah, so I mean, it's not a particularly inspiring channel, which is probably why it's not doing fantastically well, or I assume it isn't. But nonetheless, she's had 21 people who like the fact that she's doing this. Is it an online event? I don't know if it's online or in person, but anyway. Yeah, no, it's a webinar, so it's an online one. But anyway, loads of people doing different webinars. Cardio TV. One on, that's in foreign language again. And selling. So all sorts of things. How much does the selling one get? Yeah, 34 likes, 3 comments, so that did a bit better. So there's all sorts of things on here. So, marketing is on here, but, loads of webinars, as you can see. So again, another professional credit consultant. So she's doing webinars to drive business for that. Okay, and you can see, again, 20, 50 sort of likes. She's doing one on tonight's foreign language. Weight loss. There's one on weight loss there. Free live webinar on weight loss. Only 6 likes on that one so far. But again, if they did shout outs and that sort of stuff, and ran engaging channels, then they could do a lot better. What's that on? St. Patrick's Day. Graphics design. So everything you can probably think of as being here on from university. I've only got 5 likes there, but then I imagine their channel is pretty dry. What's she selling? I don't even know what it is on, but anyway. Probably good to tell people what your webinar's about. But there's certainly marketing stuff on here, business stuff, personal development, all that sort of thing. Investing. Athletics, training or something. Okay, I was trying to find one. The productivity there, 19 and 3 comments there. So there's a big one. Haven't found a great example from this, but this was only the term webinar, so it may not even be a particularly good term. But you can see loads of people are doing webinars and promoting them on Instagram. Not particularly well necessarily. Oh, there we go, 74. Right, going 8-figure business. Okay, so he's had 74 interactions, so you imagine his channel might not be awful. Moderately awful. So 202 followers, but I mean, if they're high-paying clients, that's possibly good. He hasn't put a lot into it. Only 179 posts. He's obviously not going in there again. These are all kind of me posts, which are not really that engaging. Pictures of his family, which I'm not sure why people would be particularly. I've seen it anyway, whatever they're about. And you can see he's not really getting comments and engagement and stuff happening. But then it's a very dry kind of channel. So it's not surprising. So this is the sort of content you don't want to probably put up, because it's me content. It's not very exciting. These memes aren't particularly inspiring. Again, wonder that they're not particularly engaged. So he needs to, he could do a lot better with his channel. He's not engaging his audience basically. But nonetheless, he's got a couple of hundred followers. If he's giving him a couple of grand each, then that's something. But at least he got 74 likes for his webinar. So he could, he's got 74 people presumably coming to his webinar. That looks a bit worried there. Some energy, miracles, don't know. Brand new you. I mean, you can see loads of people are doing all sorts of stuff. How to start a business. But we're not seeing a lot of figures. That's the only thing. So none of these are particularly successful with the look of it. So with the little tool that I'm going to give you, you'll probably be able to find the successful channels. Instantly, pretty much. But you can see there's loads of people on Instagram trying user interface design. I mean, wow, okay. Anything you think of, is probably being done, on here. Now there is a tag for the language. I don't quite know why we're getting so many foreign ones, but I presume they're using the words webinar in English, so maybe that's why it's confusing. But you can actually specify the language in the search. So, but I suspect they're using the word webinar. There's that bloke again. No idea what that's about. Yeah, so a lot of business webinars going on. Motherhood. So she's got 37 likes on just on motherhood. So that's pretty, pretty encouraging. Travel. Anyway, you can see loads of stuff. 10-minute travel machine. Not really much going on there. So the only problem is these people are trying. They're just not really doing the right thing. There's that bug again. Accepts and it's a great presentation. So let's see what her channel's like. Let's have a look at the channel. Yeah, they're not really happening. I don't know how she thinks that helps. And a picture of a frock. I don't know. Not really the right sort of content. I don't know, how she would inspire people. So you do have to have some kind of content plan to make the most of this. Because people are here to be inspired or entertained or forgotten the word now, but but inspired is probably the easiest term. And pictures of your cat are not going to do it. Neither are quotes really. Although we could do a thing for quotes and see what comes up. Famous sayings or something. See how many come up and what kind of likes and stuff they get. Yeah, so we're not really finding a big success here. Obviously none of these people are doing shout-outs. But anyway, but you can see, we saw from the others, you know, and you could even see from these sort of things. So what's this? Site on bunnies. Yeah, so the site on bunnies, I mean, for heaven's sake, has almost got 1 million followers. Okay, but obviously they're into bunnies, and he's got pictures of bunnies, and you know, cute bunnies with hats, and you know, doing stuff, and that's an ad from them. And you know, obviously if you're into bunnies, then this would be interesting. You know, this would be interesting. But you can see that he's engaging his audience with the content they want. I don't know what he's selling, I don't know, but he's got almost 1 million followers. Okay, so he's doing something, you know, right, and that's all. You know, that's all it takes. Just content that actually engages your audience. Okay. Anyway, but the the thing is that this is hard to do if you had to do it from the mobile phone. And now we've got the ability to do it from a desktop. We can schedule it, we can outsource it, we can get pictures in easily, all that kind of stuff. We know basically what the people want, but you just need to make sure that your channel actually delivers the content that inspires people. So if you want to get it, it's very cheap. It's under $50 or something. Justclick.com/LukeIG for Instagram. Justclick.com/LukeIG, all one word, no spaces, no nothing. And it's basically the best desktop version of Instagram, which means that you can run it from your PC, schedule your posts, get your pictures in easily, all that kind of stuff. Now the two OTOs, actually 3 OTOs, they're probably all worth getting, to be honest. OTO 1 is an image editor. Now that may seem a bit of a frivolous thing, but one of the things that the Instagram app does is to do these image editing things. And if you're going to curate content, you can make it unique by adding some of these filters, and it will give you more excuses to post content repeatedly if you do some little edits on it and that kind of stuff. So that's probably worth getting, just so that you can have a variety of content, and if you're doing curation and you want to post your own stuff. The second OTO is actually the training course. It's very cheap, and Luke has been doing this for over a year, actually, probably 2 years. Obviously he was doing it manually originally, and it was a pain even for him, and that's why he wanted to build this tool, and that's why he's done it. The training course is about how he's done that. His channels are popular, and he is making money off of them, and he is selling from them. He's not just trying to entertain people and switch and bait them. He's actually running proper e-commerce stores and fan bases and that kind of stuff. And he's got one in the fitness niche and all that kind of stuff. Women's fitness is. So the training course is probably worth getting, very cheap. And then the last OTO, I've actually forgotten what it is. Hang on. Yeah, so of course the last OTO is the reseller, the reseller pack. So if you want to sell this on to other people and keep 100% of the money, sort of like working like as an agency, because you realise that other people are going to need this as well as you, then that's what the third OTO is. So it's a business in a box kind of reseller opportunity. If you understand that other people will want this in the same way that you do. Okay, but the first two OTOs is probably worth having. The image editor may seem frivolous right now, but I think you'll find it a godsend. Also integrates seamlessly with the posting, the main front end posting and scheduling app. So it makes it very easy to do all that. And then the training course, obviously he's done it. He's been there. He's done it. He's run successful channels. It's worth seeing how he does that for 20 or 30 bucks, whatever it is. Not, you know, a significant amount of money really. And that's it. But yeah, I hope you found that interesting. And you know, I think hopefully you can see, you know, the potential of Instagram. You know, 1.4 billion people. You know, available for free. You know, it hasn't got the same kind of restrictions as Facebook. And you know, everybody in your you know, feed can get to see your post. There's none of this feed limiting, where they're trying to sell us ad traffic back to our own fans, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it might come at some point, but at the moment Instagram is not plagued by that. Obviously it's the right kind of audience, and you know, you can, you know, get lots of free traffic, basically from doing content marketing. You're going to pay a little bit of money, you do the shout outs. As I say, my little utility is going to help you to find the people to do the shout outs with, and obviously you can, you know, do the sort of your usual sort of back scratching and interactivity and all that kind of stuff, to build your channels up as well. So that's it. I've gone on a bit long, I know, but you know, I wanted to take you through it. I wanted to show you the actual opportunity to make sure that you understood you know, how Instagram might actually fit in with your personal business. So, you know, as I said, we've got actual, you know, real e-commerce kind of stores who are making a success of it. We have also seen the people who are, you know, not making a success of it. You know, the corporate people who and the amateurs, for want of a better word, who don't engage their audience with, you know, what would inspire them. And you know, it's a very visual medium, and it is about inspiring, you know, those people. But all you've got to do is post some pictures that do that. So it's not exactly hard. You know, you haven't got to write 1,000-word articles or you know, do semantic keyword research or anything like that. It's just stuff that is gonna, you know, kind of impress and inspire people, and entertain them, and give them nice stuff to look at. And you know, you can see probably instantly why, you know, the channels that work, you know, like this one, and how, you know, why some of the other channels where they're just going me, don't work. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you then. Bye for now. So I'll just remind you, if you want to get it, it's clickjustclick.com/LukeIG, all one word. clickjustclick.com/LUKEIG. Luke IG standing for Instagram, and it's basically a desktop version of Instagram, which means that you can schedule posts, get your pictures in and out easily. If you get OTO1 with the editor, you can edit your graphics easily. And if you want the course, then that's OTO2, and it's only about 20-30 bucks. So that's it. Talk to you then. Bye for now.